Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you'll be watching this. My name is Immanuel, and I'm taking you on a brief course, Entrepreneurship 101. While most entrepreneurs fail, actually 80% of entrepreneurs fail, and why that should not be you. So I'll strongly advise that you're with your writing material so you get the very best out of this training. It is very short, very concise, straight to the point, but it is going to save the life of your business. So pay rapt attention to this training. And I'm going to begin by asking a very, very simple question. As an entrepreneur going through this information, which do you think is the most important as regards to your business, whatever business you're going through, whatever the business you're going through? Number one, product. Number two, service. Number three, location. Number four, customers. And number five, offers. All right. Do you think the product you're offering is top notch, world class? So therefore, it has to be the product that's the most important thing in my business. Is it the service you're rendering? So you feel like you're the most qualified to render that service to everybody, or do you think it's your location? You're located in the heart of your state, your city, your country, or is it your customers, or is it the offers? If my people get access to me, this is what they'll benefit, and this and this. So I think I'm actually on point, and this is the most important thing in my business. So wherever you're watching this, I want you to answer. Answer in your notebook. And if there's access for you to answer in the comment section, kindly answer. I'd like to know, which do you think is the most important in your business? Is it your product, your service, location, customer, or your offers? All right. So take your time, think about it, ponder on it. In case you have access to seeing what other persons have connected, don't be deceived by their response. I want to get your honest feedback on this. All right. But whatever your answer might be, it will shock you to note that 95% of persons will fail at it. Why? Because what you have been told is your product is the most important thing. So your product has to be perfect. And for some other persons, you have been told your location. You need to ensure that you are positioned at this place and that place, yada, yada, yada. I totally understand where you're coming from. But you see, it will shock you to note that the success or failure of any business venture is customer dependent. And I'll say it again. The success or failure of any business venture is customer dependent. If there's no customer, whatever aspect or length you take your product to, nobody buys. If there's no customer, whatever service you're offering, nobody will come. If there's no customer, wherever you place that your location with whatever you're offering, right? Nobody will come to you. No matter how top-notch your offers are, the person will get this, get that, get this, get that. If there's no customer, nobody is maximizing that offers. Ladies and gentlemen, the most important thing in your business is customers. And the success or failure of any business venture is customer dependent. This is the reason why you see major businesses looking for customers every single day. Because here's the thing, I'm a Nigerian. I don't know your nationality, you watching this, but listen. You see, the reason at the end of the month, some business will say this was the best month ever is because of the number of customers that purchased whatever they are offering, be it product, be it services. The reason at the end of any month, somebody is crying and saying, oh God, what's happening? The business is going down, is because of the customers. You can take it to the bank. So the reason you listen to your business is thriving is because of the customers. The reason you might say, oh, my business is struggling is because of the customers. So what do we need to work on? Customers. You might not have the best of product, you might not have the best of services, but if you sort out the customer issue, trust me, you'll be good while you balance up the other things. All right. Now, I'm not saying offer, faulty services, products that are not top notch. No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying customers is what will give you the opportunity to break even in the marketplace. So let me break it down. All right. A customer can be termed a lead, and a lead is simply a person you can contact. Full stop. As basic as that, a lead is simply a person you can contact. And a lead will lead your business to the right path. You can write it down. A lead will always lead your business to the right path. Okay? So stay with me. There are two types of lead. now you can have access to. Number one, we call them the unengaged leads. These people are not interested in what you're doing. They have no idea as regards to what you're doing. And then we have the engaged leads. They know what you're doing and they are interested in what you're doing. They want to buy from you. First category, not aware, not interested. All right. So they need to be prompt so they become interested. Second category, they're interested. They know what you do and they want to buy from you. So first category, you use your time. All right. The price to pay there is time. You use your time to make them engaged. Classical example, let's say I own a salon, right? And the friends I have, they don't know I own a salon. I now need to spend my time, all right? I need to invest my time to educate them that I'm the next big thing. So from being an unengaged lead, I'm making a switch for them to become an engaged lead. Some of them will say yes to me, some of them will say no to me. All right. But then the price to pay is time. Second category, engaged leads. The price to pay is money. So I use my money to source for people that are interested and they come to me. A very classical way to do this, which a lot of companies are doing, is by running advertisement online. So it's so easy because your money works for you. So you drop your money and then interested people just rush down and they want what you have to offer. But you see, at the end of the day, what are you trying to achieve? Customers. So are you willing to use your time to get customers? Or are you willing to use your money to get customers? At the end of the day, what are you looking for? Customers. All right. What do you call customers? So it depends on how you want to build. The ball is in your court. All right. Whatever you're doing, you can align this to your business. So question, what would 1,000 engaged leads do for you in 30 days as regards to your business? 1,000 human beings that are interested in whatever you're offering. All right. Now, my line of business, I'm a network marketer. All right. So, what would 1,000 engaged leads do for me? What would it do for you? Maybe you're a fashion designer, maybe you're a content creator, or maybe you're a photographer, videographer. What would 1,000 human beings who are interested in what you're doing do for you in 30 days? I'm saying this because 95% of businesses in Nigeria, largely Africa, do not have access to this on a monthly basis. The reason why a lot of businesses are dancing left, right, and center. So imagine having this from January down to December, 1,000 human beings that are interested in whatever you're selling. At 10% conversion rate, that's 100 new customers coming to use or consume your product or your services. What would that do for you watching this video? At 5%, that's 50 customers. At 2.5%, that's 25 new customers. Some persons, all their business is actually just 25 customers. Their life will change forever. Because here's the joy of this. Every customer has access to opening doors for you for other customers. So what you just do to jumpstart your business might just be 5 new customers, 10 new customers, 50 new customers, 100 new customers. So what would 1,000 engaged leads do for you? What would it do for you? So let me explain to you what it can do for you, because you need to understand the value of a lead. All right. What is the value of a lead? What is the value of a customer? We have the immediate value and then we have the lifetime value. Immediate value is the value you get when they purchase whatever you're doing, product, services, on the spot, boom. The income you make by virtue of the product sold, by virtue of the services rendered, that's what we call immediate value. So maybe the immediate value of the customer coming on board, the lead coming on board, is 20,000 naira. That's the immediate value. But you see, when it comes to the lifetime value, it cannot be estimated, because in as much as this individual is now part of your business, right? The person automatically becomes, depending on what you're offering, right? The person becomes a recurring customers. But not just that, this same person can lead you to other businesses. This same person, I'll say it again, can lead you to other potential customers. So therefore, immediate value can be capped at 20,000 naira. But the 12 months time value might be 2 million naira. The 5 years time value might be 50 million naira. The 10 years time value might be 100 million naira from a customer that the immediate value was 20,000 naira. So imagine the services, maybe you're a photographer and you get a lead, and the lead renders, you render a service for this lead, the lead pays 50,000 naira. And the pictures, the services you render top notch. And this person opens up the doors, recommends four of his or her friends. And by virtue of that recommendation, it takes you to the next level in 6 months' time. Just that one very customer or lead, you have accumulated in extension an extra 5 million naira by virtue of the network that they opened up doors for you. This is the power of a lead. So it is worth the price that you pay time to move from unengaged to engaged, that you pay or sacrifice your resources, money, to get it done, because the reward is always mind-blowing. Always mind-blowing. So quick fact to note, if more people know about what you sell or do, you sell more. That's all. When you sell more, you make more money. So the solution to all business problem is more leads. Whatever you feel the problem is, I'm telling you, more customers will solve it. And more customers means more money. All right, more customers means more money. So let's move fast. Two categories of people you can build your business on. Two simple categories. Pay attention. Don't skip this information. Take your time. I always recommend that you even go over this information again. All right. So first category, hot and warm market. These are people you know. You can build your business on people you know. Cold market. These are strangers. You don't know them. So the people you know, a high percentage of them are unengaged. So you're using your time to get them to becoming engaged. Cold market, total stranger, a high percentage of them are also unengaged. You can use your resources to flip these individuals to becoming engaged. All right. So these are just two basic categories you can build it on. But what I'll tell you is this: 80% of businesses are started with the hot. You start with your hot and warm market before it moves to the cold market. But the people that will sustain your business and give it a lasting stand is the cold market. Businesses are always kickstarted with hot and warm markets, people you know. But the ultimate growth is sustained by cold market, people you do not know. So you might end up having scenarios where people you know will lead you to people you do not know, and it's the people you do not know that will give you access to building an empire. If you've been in business for a while, you understand what I'm saying. So I'm saying because a lot of businesses and dreams have died because the people you like, they know you, they trust you, they did not buy into the product you're offering, they did not buy into the services you're offering. So that does not mean what you have is not good. It's just that they are not the right fit for you. The money you're looking for is in the hands of strangers. Talking about strangers, you can reference to a training I did, Penetrating the Stranger. You can search, all right, by Ubon King, also referencing Ubon King. All right, so you can work with that information to guide you as regards to how you can penetrate strangers and build an empire. Let's make progress. Let's make progress. So ways to connect, very simple. We have the one-on-one approach. You can do this with people you know, letting them know that this is what I offer. All right. Now, don't need to rack your head around it. You can go online, look at ChatGPT. You can get scripts that you can use to engage people you know professionally, and they'll be more open to taking a look at what you're offering. Don't be cheap. That's what I advise when you're in business. Don't be cheap and don't sound beggarly. All right. There's no time for me to pop up scripts and show you here. But if you're interested, then you can reach out to discuss. Now, there's one-on-one approach for strangers. All right. So there's the way you reach out to people you know. It's not the same way you reach out to people you know that you reach out to people you do not know. There are steps to follow so you don't sound salesy and then you don't sound beggarly. Very important. And there's one-to-many. You can use social media, create a post on your status, create a post on your Instagram, your Facebook, call people's attention, and then give them a chance for them to learn more, get to know what you offer. That's one-to-many. All right. So you can use one post, the same post that you post on Instagram. You can go to your Facebook, you share on other social media platform. There are techniques towards getting that done. There's still one-to-many. All right. So you see, you can do one-on-one people you know, one-on-one strangers, one-to-many, still people you know, covering your social media space. And you can do one-to-many, which goes way past your own presence using ads, right? It can be Facebook advert, Instagram advert, television advert, YouTube advert, Twitter, all right, or even radio. So these are avenues for you to reach out to a larger base of individuals and get them to pay attention to you. All right. When people pay attention, it ends up with them paying money. You can write that down. So these are different ways to which you can connect. Let me bring it home. Basic ways to find leads. Basic. These are the basic. Anybody can use it. You can literally use this and bag a customer if you want to in the next 24-48 hours. That I can tell you for free. All right. That I can tell you for free. There are techniques to go about it, but if you follow this, definitely you're going to get a customer. Some of the customers, it might happen immediately. All right. So it might take a while. You need to just do one or two to get them. Number one, the phone book. So what you have already are leads, but like I said, these leads are unengaged, so you can engage them. But the first step is you bring out a book. All right, for every entrepreneur listening to me, you bring out a book, you empty all your contacts on the book. It will shock you to know that you have, for some of you, you have over 1,000 contacts, some of you 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. A lot of persons. Some of you is even 500. Do you know what it means to have 500 contacts? Even though they are unengaged. What happens when you flip only 50 and 50 say they're interested in what you're doing? That's next level. What if they say they are not interested? Is it possible? They know somebody that might be interested. Think about it. So already you have your contacts right in front of you. But the question is, will you do what I just asked you to do? Number two, all your social media platforms. All right? All your social platforms, go to Instagram. How many persons are following you? 2,000 persons. Those are leads. Go to Facebook. How many friends do you have? 5,000 friends. Those are leads. Go to WhatsApp. You can start with the number of people that have in your status, maybe 200 persons. So that means within the past 24 hours, these 200 persons are active. Start with these individuals, and there's a way you can engage them. Then we have email contacts now. 80% of Nigerians are not really focused on their emails. But then if you're somebody that you work with your email, those individuals that have sent you mails, you can extract their mails and then send them a mail as regards to the product or service that you're offering. You can start from that avenue. And then we have friends of friends. So, hey, this is what I do. It might not be a good fit for you, but do you know somebody that might be interested in this? And they say, yeah, I have two of my friends that might be interested in it. Boom. They make a recommendation for you. And you take it to the next level. So from somebody you know, it has moved to somebody you do not know. And guess what? It's stronger based on the credibility of that person. You can actually build a solid business. So with these basic ways of finding leads, you have a sure chance for you to establish something solid as regards to whatever business you're doing. That I can tell you for free. But the question is, now that you have heard this, will you engage? Will you apply what you have heard to build your business, knowing that your success or failure is dependent on customers? So what I just showed you now is that you actually have customers. But the question is, would you allow laziness? That's the challenge. Honestly speaking, will you allow laziness tie you down? Or would you sit your butt down and extract these contacts and get to work? If Nkechi tells you, "Oh, you know, what you offer is not a good fit for me," no problem, Nkechi. But do you know anybody that what I offer might be a good fit for you? And Nkechi says, yeah, sure. You know, I think two of my friends, yeah, they are contacts. Call them, let them know that it's from me. Boom, that's all. What if the two contacts say, okay, we're not, this is not a good fit for us? No problem. All right, I appreciate you. But do you happen to know anybody that this might just be a good fit for? Just say anybody. And they're like, yeah, yeah. When you're sincere and honest, people want to help. Am I communicating? People truly want to help. But listen to me. People pay with time before they pay with money. If you're taking notes, you can take note of this. You can also take a screenshot. People pay with time before they pay with money. Whatever you have purchased since the beginning of this year till this point of you watching this video, if you do your proper due diligence, you will discover that the day you made the transaction is not the exact day the transaction actually happened. The transaction happened the day you paid with your time. Look at the car you're driving. It is not the first day you saw the car, you purchased the car. You paid with your time. Some of you saw that car and it was like 3 months, and then you said, I'm going to get this car. Some of you, a year, I'm going to get this car. The houses that you're in, you saw that house and you're like, okay. Give me a week, I'll get that house. You did not pay upfront with money. You paid with your time. Why am I taking my time to explain this? The next thing you're going to purchase, in your mind, the purchase has been done already. You're just waiting for money to come. So therefore, you have to be in the face of your customer. You have to be loud. The person that is the loudest will always win. Say it again. The person that is the loudest will always win. The person that is like, there's a way you unprofessionally be loud, and there's a way you are professionally loud. Professionally loud is you giving value. Let people benefit from what you're doing. They should get value. It should improve whatever they are doing. It should be to their advantage, not to your advantage. So your advantage is you doing it unprofessionally. To their advantage is you doing it for their benefits. Classical example, right? I'm into health and wellness. So therefore, if I am to do something to the advantage of my targeted audience, I am projecting it as regards to how they will improve their health and well-being, not how I will improve my pocket. Guess what? When I share tips on how they improve their health and well-being, and they benefit from that value, guess who makes money? Me. Never forget, people pay with time before they pay with money. So follow through must be mastered to build a solid business. So the first time you might try to engage a lead, a customer, it might not be that time they will say yes. So you need to understand how to follow through. But I'll tell you this, I learned this from one of my very amazing mentors. He said, never leave an exposure, never leave a business discussion without setting the next discussion. So if you're having a conversation with a potential customer, it should not just end like that and the person says, I'll get back to you. No, schedule the next meeting, schedule the next appointment. All right. So I just had to chip that in. That's a quick fact. So let's go. 2 ways to leverage on leads generation. 2 ways, 2 very simple ways. The first is you can taproot. Imagine 10 people making recommendations of 50 contacts each. You just generated 500 contacts that are unengaged, right? The cost for this is zero. Just 10 persons. Hey guys, is it possible that you make recommendations for me to expand my business? People that are sharp, smart, forward thinking, you know, I might just give you this if any customer shows up. And they say, yeah, sure, sure. Just, 50 persons, boom. You just generated 500 contacts that you can engage. And I'm telling you for free. I am telling you for free. 80% of businesses do not have access to not like they don't have access to 500 contacts, but they don't have 500 contacts that they can engage. They are still banking on the old customers. No doubt the old customers are legit, they trust you, right? They love you so much. But new customers will always open new doors. There is no issue having more customers. It's not a bad idea. All right, so you can taproot 10 of your friends, even if it's not 50 contacts. Imagine 10 persons giving you 25, make a recommendation of 25 persons. That's 250 customers. If out of these 250 customers, you end up having just 50 of them that becomes your customer that month, would that create a drastic change in your business? Maybe the service or something or whatever you're offering, product you're offering is just 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira times 50, would that go a long way for you? That very month. So you're not doing this, you're actually losing money. You're leaving money on the table, and guess what? Somebody else is maximizing this very opportunity. The second way is, all right, the second way, pardon me, all right, the two is now spelled somehow, but stay with me. All right, the second way is online ads. All right, at whatever dimension you can set up an ad, whatever dimension you can set up an ad. So let's say you actually invest, because most people miss it, they say, that means I'm spending 20,000. It's not an expense, it's an investment. Every investment is a seed. It's going to bounce back multiple folds. So let's say you invest 20,000 naira to generate 100 leads, right? Remember, you either decide to sacrifice time or you decide to sacrifice money for you to generate customers. So let's say you invest 20,000 naira to generate 100 leads. If out of the 100, only 5 persons say yes to your product or service, just 5. If only these 5 people generate, right? Pardon the error here. So if just 5 persons generate 100 contacts, that's 500 new contacts. These 5 persons you connected, all right? They generated, that's 500 new contacts. What would that do for you? Now remember, these 5 persons already have purchased your product or service. So let's imagine, let's put them at 20K. Let's peg them as 20K each. So the commission you're earning is 20K each on these 5 persons. You've made an extra 100K. So you invested 20K, you made an extra 100K, and you still have contacts. Come on, talk to me, somebody. Making sense, right? Yeah. What if these persons do not even buy? Like immediately, they don't buy immediately whatever you're selling, product or service. What if they decide to buy later, but then they've made recommendations for you? That's more money on the table. Either ways, you win. All right, either ways, you win. So I'm going to stop here because this topic is so extensive. My apologies. It's an extensive topic, but this is the best I can do. My charge to you is this: is to be continued. So I just did lead 101, kind of like introduction to leads, and this is the simple reason why businesses fail, simple reason why businesses succeed. There's more to it. There's lead generation. How do you generate leads? There's lead nurturing. How do you guide and culture these individuals to say yes to what you're offering? There's lead conversion. How do you get them to say yes to whatever you're doing? And there's lead follow through. How do you keep in touch? All right. How do you keep in touch? When they have purchased what you have to offer, how do you ensure that they become a reoccurring customers and open more doors for you? So um, those are like next level. All right, to the next level. But then if you want to know more, there's a link attached to this video. All right, there's a link attached to this video, so you can actually just go through it. If you want to get started with lead generation, not a challenge, I have you covered. Look at the link attached to this video, and then we'll pick it up from there. All right. So if you got value from this video, do me a huge favor. Kindly share it with another entrepreneur. All right, share it with another entrepreneur. Let's see how we can help each other and expand. Okay, but then take a look at the link attached to this video. What I have there might perhaps interest you, and then we explore deeper. But if you got value from this video, share with me what you learned in the comment section or anywhere attached to this video. And more importantly, kindly share this with another entrepreneur. Maybe this is what the person's business might just need to take them to the next level. You never know. But then just say, hey, I have a gift for you. All right, just say, hey, I have a gift for you. Check this out and let me know what you think. All right, so I appreciate you. Thank you for spending your time watching this video. God bless you.